What is going on, everyone? It's DC3 Johnson here with another Madden 20 franchise mode. So when we last left off, we took care of the first 4 weeks of the regular season. I did want to take a look because we didn't have the greatest of start at our stats, and definitely not stuff we want to be proud of. Our quarterback Kyler Murray, our rookie, he's struggling to get some passing yards. I'm not exactly 100% sure if it's regarding like our receivers are a little too young, but or we're just not calling the right play. So I definitely took a look at our charts and see if there was a better play percentage and stuff like that. See, because sometimes like the formation that you have isn't like the best one, but didn't really see anything like that. And obviously I'm scouting for centers because we need to get a better center. And now we're gonna move since while we still have time to try to see if we can salvage this season. I'm gonna move this guy. He's my RG because look at that. Like I don't like his contract. His contract's really horrible. Um, let's see if we can get that 5 point advantage here. And they're playing hardballs, but I really want this guy. So it's like whatever. I'm gonna have to take a little L on the draft picks here. Just to see if we could get that. So right now, like our weakest position is still that center position, but at least everybody else is in like that 75 or higher mark as we simulate. And unfortunately, we lose a game to the Bengals, and morale is now a huge problem. And since our right guard, I didn't really necessarily check how old he was. I think he was like 29, 30. So he might start declining next season. So we want to probably get someone on board that can come in and basically to replace him the following season. So that was the scouting for that. I'm actually surprised we haven't won as much games. As we take a quick look at contract extensions, right now the only persons I'm really interested in are my two tight ends, Max Williams and Seal Jones. But I think we're going to hold off for now on doing the contract extensions. Yeah, because everybody else we will check at the end of the season. Because normally I've done 3 simulations thus far, and 2 out of the 3 times Fitzgerald retires at the end of the first season. So don't want to do that. And we did drop another game, so I'm debating. So right now at this point it's like let's just sell the assets that we have available. Since Fitzgerald has been the staple to this squad for years, I'm gonna go ahead and put Des Bryant on the trade block and see if we can get some offers. See if we can get an offer here for our center back as well, because I don't think we would probably end up keeping him after the end of the season. And so since I did look at our center backs, our options aren't looking too great. That looks like we need to get some rookies. Definitely focusing our scouting for that week on the center back position. And we sim training. We haven't put Christian Kirk yet, but that is the plan. I'm kind of waiting because I think right now all 3 of them are still hidden potential, so I still want to keep building that up. And one thing I do want to say, guys, is you always want to double check to make sure, like if there's certain people you want to upgrade, just double check where the upgrades are going, because it might benefit your team to actually manually do it. Because sometimes like the CPU automatically does it, but it does it in a different category that doesn't end up moving their overall higher. So just one thing you guys want to keep an eye on and check that out. And looks like this is basically week 8, so this is our last week before the trade deadline. So all the trades and stuff, we're gonna have to do it here. Our boy James Daniels. So unfortunately on that occasion, see, the pass protector was the one we want, but the CPU has been upgrading the top one, which is why he didn't end up leveling up here. But it's totally fine. We'll end up getting him eventually. And so for the trade offers, we get draft pick offers. I think we're gonna go with Houston's here for the 3rd, 5th, and 7th. So at least it gives us picks for next year, because I don't want to give them to Seattle, because obviously it's a division, so it would make them better. And so definitely we're gonna go with Houston there. And now for Des Bryant, this one I'm a little up in the air here, because I would probably go with Pittsburgh because they're offering me a 2nd for next year. So it's like I either take picks on the 2020 draft, or I double down and go for 2021, which I think I'm gonna go with that. So we end up moving Des Bryant to Pittsburgh, and we end up signing this free safety. Hopefully that will help our mark here. And unfortunately, we didn't get any trade offers for the 77 center back. So I'm trying to see if we can do a last minute trade here, just to see if we can get someone a little better, a little younger, just so that way we can still move him up a little bit up the ranks. And unfortunately, it didn't go well. We tried a couple offers, but no one's really interested in picking up his contract. So speaking of contracts, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the contract extensions here one more time. Looks like we might bring back our strong safety, our 2 tight ends now they'll have time to kind of focus on developing them. Because now that we don't have like the 80 Charles Clay, now they can fight for the #1 spot basically between each other. And so one last thing I want to do, so this is a quick look at our assets. So we do have a couple picks for next year in 2021. So I'm going to try to see if we can get, I've done this before and sometimes it works. It's like you offer a couple sevens and they give you potentially like a rook. Because they're like, oh, you know what? We'll take the 2 picks. I don't know. It's like it might be some sort of system glitch, basically. But unfortunately, it does not work for us on that occasion. And let me just try one more here. Let me just try Levi. No. Okay. Okay. So that'll probably be it. So yeah. So we sim through week 8, which is basically the deadline week. And unfortunately, of course, we lost to the New Orleans Saints. So that pretty much puts our season at 1-7. So definitely on track to get a really high first round pick. So I think scouting for us is going to definitely be focused on that first round on all 32 prospects. That's how our line looks, and see our schemes. So see 86%. It's a good fit. It's just because like I'm trying to see, and he looks like the best scheme option. And so guys, I think we'll end up leaving the video right here. So on the next video, we'll focus on trying to see if we can get some contract extensions and really focus our scouting in depth on the top picks as well as positions that we need to fill, so we can have a really strong second season. I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end to watch. And if you guys are interested in NBA 2K, UFC, go ahead and check that out. Hit the subscribe button. You guys take care and stay safe out there.